Hunkered in a valley 2 miles up in the Colorado Rockies, Leadville is the highest city in North America, and many days the coldest. One look at those peaks had the first settlers shaking in their coonskins. For there, before their unbelieving eyes, loomed the most powerful and forbidding geological phenomenon they had ever seen. They might as well have been on another planet. It was that remote and threatening to all but the most adventuresome. Leadville is a home for miners, muckers, and mean motherfuckers, says Ken Klober, who was an out-of-work, bronco-busting, Harley-riding hard rock miner when he created the Leadville Trail 100 in 1982. Yeah, Leadville was a tough place, Ken knew. Full of tough men, and even tougher women.
Everything you could possibly want is right here. Big screen TV, The Green Mile, Schindler's List Part 2, E.T. Might Have to Happen Tonight, it's a real tearjerker. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is classic ski resort mountain house. Bunk beds.
Brilliant.
Amazing. Kitchen. Just turn on, expect me back.
What tattooed on his chest?
Uganda. Oh, so amazing. He, at mile 22 and a half, I kid you not, he crossed himself and then passed the two other guys. He was like, here I go. And anyway, it was like, all right, guys, I'm going. Hopefully you're going with me.
I love that guy.
Those are cool, man.
Yeah, so I was just asking.
I thought about it once. I was like, can I use spirit?
Spirit, a ghost among ghosts. He'd certainly mastered two Tarahumara skills, invisibility and extraordinary endurance.
So really cool. I'm in the line at the grocery store and look behind me and I see a guy with my tag and I said, you know, are you ready for tomorrow? And he's looking at me kind of funny and he's like, yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Have you done it? And we're talking about stories and he introduced himself. Hey, I'm Carl. Hey, I'm Ben. Where are you from, Carl? Overland Park. Oh, I'm from Wichita. Is that why you look familiar? I don't know. Did you run Heartland last year? Sure enough, we ran together for several miles early on the race and his picture, the two of us, is on my screensaver. That's like my picture from Heartland is with him. He's back here. He bonked out at 55. He bonked out of Heartland at 83, and he's trying to finish his first 100 tomorrow at Leadville. Still playing 6-7.
Okay, so you guys aren't sticking around for any more time?
We might. It's undecided. It's undetermined. So we can just be in touch.
Yeah, we'll be in there.
Plenty enough.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I mean, we'll probably see you out on the course A or B. We have all the cell phones.
before you meet up with your runner, it helps if you've been crewing with him or crewing for him over the first sections of the race, so you can see the gradual transformation from happy, clean, likable person to filthy, hobbling, scratchy voiced, grouchy shell of a human. With any luck, you will grow a tiny seed of pity for the poor slob, which will hopefully give you at least a touch of patience. This patience will disappear, poof, the first time you start arguing with your runner about eating. Time for a gel. I don't want anything. You have to eat. I don't want to. It sounds gross. If you don't eat, you'll bonk and die. I don't care. Gels are disgusting. I will beat you to death if you don't eat a gel. This could go on for hours until he finally eats or until you actually kill him. This is a good opportunity to start lying. If you down just one gel in some water, I won't bug you about it anymore. This will only work for about 8 gel feedings unless your runner is really dumb.
8 gel feedings? Gel feedings? Because he's some kind of barn animal.
Another embarrassing tactic is to treat your runner like a small child. If you finish 3 gels you have before the next aid station, I'll buy you a pizza and beer after the race. This is an awesome lie for a number of reasons. The main one being that your runner will never remember you said it.
Never ever remember.
And he'll be so happy to be done running after the race that he'll be throwing around money like a drunken sailor in Charleston. Eventually, nothing will work to convince him to eat gels, and you'll have to find anything he may like at aid stations and employ aid station workers to help you force your runner to eat. Eat the goddamn turkey sandwich and shut the hell up. You're doing great.
You're doing great. Side note.
Getting your runner angry isn't all that bad, actually. In many cases, it will serve to give him a shot of adrenaline, and you'll be relishing the speedy 12-minute-per-mile pace as your reward.
Speedy. Thank you for speedy 12 minutes.
At Leadville, while pacing a guy, I refused to go further until he ate a gel and drank some water. We stood on power line at mile 80, 2 grown men arguing over eating 1 ounce of sugar. He finally ate it, then tried to drop me by running up that bitch. He finished 6th place overall, and all was forgotten.
Wow.
How far you want to take your pacing duties is up to you. Charming lore of the pacing world is abundant. There was last year at Hard Rock when some dope dropped his shoe off the side of an icy mountain, and Scott Jaime was on the verge of giving up one of his shoes to the runner until finally risking his life by climbing down to retrieve the shoe, dangling on a lower edge. No freaking thanks, I say. I'd be like, whoa, dude, that sucks. If we hurry, you'll probably only lose a couple of toes to frostbite. Now, eat a gel.
No.
Then there's that sad image of Alex Nicholas squatting solemnly next to a dehydrated and soon-to-be DNF'd Anton at Leadville. This image reminds me of animals that stay with their dead animal friends for days. Apparently not bright enough to realize they need to move on and find a new friend who's breathing.
That is my favorite part about that picture, is the pacers just sitting like pondering what went wrong, or is there anything I can do? I don't think, and how long were they there? It looks like they've been there for hours.
Apparently not bright enough to realize they need to move on and find a new friend who's breathing.
I sort of get it. He sort of has the workup.
It's like how many hundreds? No, I haven't even done an ultra.
No,
I just read it.
the amount
I just read so much.
For the amount of racing that, well, really, I can afford to do,
Right.
time and money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you're married with a mortgage, you're not Dakota Jones or Tony Kropitchka, because those guys live out of their trucks.
Totally. Totally.
I was like, I could just live in the mountains next summer and
But
as well.
Dakota did.
Dakota was in Silverton for
For like 6 weeks or something.
yeah.
But Hal's had one of the best racing seasons of his life. What was? Oh, that was November. He dropped that 14 plus down the backside, and your legs are gonna feel good. You'll be able to bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is all. I mean, this is this is science we're doing here. We
Very technical
and
science.
it's going to work without a hitch.
Too.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable about
It's gonna go exactly as planned.
6:42.
What could
So
possibly
2
go
hours
wrong?
after
How long have you been married
6:42
now?
is 8.
since May of 2009.
8:42.
Why isn't anybody eating the candy with them?
Or something like that was about where I was at.
See, everybody's looking fresh and is happy. And
Totally. So it was
60
that was
grams.
awesome. And then from there,
Each bag.
Oh, okay.
went back down, went
2 hours.
into Telluride, which was pretty much all downhill for them.